Dr. Nick Campbell, Managing Director of Nature Publishing Group. Nick.
Thank you very much, Howard. Just a quick correction I should make on behalf of my boss, because I'm not actually the Managing Director of Nature Publishing Group. I'm the Managing Editor of Nature, and so yeah, I just need to make sure that this doesn't get on record somewhere that my Managing Director suddenly thinks that I'm trying to take over his job, fires me. So you know, you never know. You never know. Okay, let me get on to my talk. Firstly, let me say I'm absolutely delighted to be here in Riyadh for this workshop, and not least because this visit to Riyadh, my third, it also marks the signing of a very important memorandum of understanding between Nature and its parent company, Macmillan Publishers, and King Saud University. My specific thanks go to Professor Khaled Al-Rashid and Professor Ali Al-Ghamdi, who unfortunately is not here today, whose enthusiasm and determination to make KSU a world-class research institution is exemplary. And moreover, given that this is my third visit to Riyadh and to KSU, I can also testify that they're the best hosts in the world. So let me move on now. And so my talk is going to be about how to publish in top quality international journals, focusing on some issues that we've already seen covered by the excellent talks that have preceded mine, benchmarking, training and consultation as first steps. So let me quickly do an introduction to myself. I'm the Managing Editor of Nature. In a previous life, I was a genetics researcher. I did a PhD in population and evolutionary genetics, and I've worked for a Nature Publishing Group since 2001 in a variety of different editorial and publishing roles over that period. My role now as Managing Editor of Nature I'm primarily responsible for leading the publishing management and the development of Nature globally. So let me start by saying that the most important, speaking to the topic, the title of my talk, the most important thing to getting published in top international journals is, of course, to make sure that the quality of your research output is excellent in the first place. And Jim alluded to this in his talk as well. In turn, the most important step on the way to achieving that goal is to ensure that the research questions that you're addressing and the approaches and methodologies that you use to address those questions are world class. So this is a very broad topic, and I can't cover it all in this talk, but I'll try and cover a few different issues of relevance to publishing top quality research, many that are relevant to the crucial final stage of the research process, which is the actual production of the excellent research papers. I'll largely approach this topic from the perspective of institutions and their researchers that have a goal to improve their track record of publishing research in top journals, because I think that's relevant to the audience I'm here at. So I'm going to focus on three major areas, and for each of those I'll also highlight how the Memorandum of Understanding that we're signing with KSU is relevant to each of those areas. So I'll start with discussing the only top quality international journal that I have a personal experience of, which is Nature. To give you an example there, I'll then move on to talking about benchmarking research, then cover training and development, and finally consultation and collaboration. So let's start with Nature. So writing top quality research papers is the best way to ensure that researchers are published in top quality international journals. This seems a trite point to make,